Buddha. All right, so we're the house of Israel, Alabama, and we come to preach good tidings to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. You know, because we think that we some niggas out here in the street, but we're really the lost tribes of the tribe of Israel. We the Most High's chosen people, according to the book of Deuteronomy chapter 26, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1, 15, and 68. Right? So we're gonna go into Colossians 3 and 17. Because everything we do, we got to do in word and deed. You know what I'm saying? We got to do it in the name of the Most High God, Yahweh. In the name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, Yahweh Shai. Because He promised repentance to our people, so that we can come out of it. How you doing, sis? Doing all right? Come out and hear the word a little bit. All right? You an Israelite. I talked to you last time. You from the tribe of Gad. You're a Native American. You gotta come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, sis. Stop dressing like that.
This is the book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 17.
Bring it out.
And do ever so ye do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks.
Read it again.
The book of Colossians, chapter 3 and verse 17.
Bring it out.
And whatever so ye do in the word or deed, do all in the name of the Lord Yahweh Shai, giving thanks to Yahweh and thy Father by him.
Right. So everything we do it in word or deed. Giving thanks to the Most High God, Yahweh, and the Father by Him. Yahweh Shai and the Father by Him, because He's right next to the Father. Our Lord Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. Because a lot of us in these days, we think that we're connected to a country that has over 50 countries in it. We're connected to a continent that has over 50 countries in it, but we all kin each other in that country because we have dark skin. The Lord never said that. The Lord made 18 nations, and the children of Israel are one of those 18 nations. The majority of the nations are in Africa. So if that's the case, that means we must be related to everybody in Africa, which is not true. Got that in the book of Galatians, because we don't come from Africa. We come from North Africa. That would be Israel, Northeast Africa. Not everywhere in Africa. We're not kin to every African. You understand? We are different people. We're not the same people. We don't do nothing that an African do. We don't do nothing that a Hamite do. When you call yourself African, you calling yourself the name of a white man that named Africa after itself after defeating Hannibal in the Punic Wars. When you call yourself American, you're calling yourself the name of an Italian maker. Wicked demons. But we have our own lineage. We have our own tribes. We have our own culture. So that's what we're going to go into on this Sabbath. And once again, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Bring that out.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 4 and verse 26.
Bring it out.
But Jerusalem, which above is free, which is the mother of us all.
Say that again.
But Jerusalem, which is above is free.
Right, so he's saying Jerusalem is above. Jerusalem is above Africa. It's a northern part of Africa, but it's above. It's over every other country that's in this world. The Lord says Jerusalem is above, read,
is free, which is the mother of us all.
so Jerusalem is the mother of us all. Okay, Jerusalem is not Africa. We ain't no damn filthy Africans, man. And you let the so-called white man confuse your spirit, man. He confused your soul to the point where if he says that you can to every nation in Africa, okay, so I guess we don't have to look up our history no more. We don't have to question who we are in these last days because you said that we from every damn part of Africa, man. That's not in the Bible. The Bible said Jerusalem is our homeland, not Africa, man. Right? Give me Galatians. Amos. Because the Most High, even the Egyptian man had us in slavery. He's an Eastern African. He didn't enslave his own people. He enslaved a nation of people that didn't belong to his nation. Just because we look alike doesn't mean that we're African. The East Indian is darker than this sister's pants that's in front of me right now. But he does not call himself a black or African American, because he ain't no damn fool like we are.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 11, verse 7.
Read.
But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move its tongue.
What?
But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move its tongue.
So now the Lord said, a dog can't even move his tongue against his children, man. Against the children of Israel. No other nation can move their tongue, not even a dog. When he says dog, he's talking about these other nations. Shall not a dog move his tongue
against man or beast.
Against man or beast. So a man or beast cannot move their tongue against his children, against his chosen people. Read.
That ye may know how that the Lord do put a difference.
So the Lord did what?
Doeth put a difference.
So the Lord put a difference, read,
between the Egyptians.
Between the who?
Between the Egyptians and Israel.
And Israel. So the Lord putting a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. You walking around with an ankh on your neck thinking you Egyptian, man. The ankh represents a vagina and a penis, man. So you walking around with a vagina and a penis on your neck talking about you Egyptian, man. You look like a fool. And the Most High ain't dealing with idolatry. You got an idol around your neck. You don't even represent the Lord like that. You know what I'm saying? You're not trying to get the understanding of what's going on. You're not trying to go into these scriptures. You're not trying to hear brothers when they're trying to tell you that you're a chosen race. We're the most special people walking on this earth. Everything's, oh my God, I can't believe he said that. I can't believe he would say something like that. Well, if you went into the understanding, you would know what's going on. But you don't know, and you don't give a damn. I said one. Y'all don't care to know what brothers out here preaching, man. We're not out. Hey, this is Sabbath day. Shalom. This is Sabbath day, man. We could be resting. Brothers ain't got to come out. It's not unlawful to do good on the Sabbath. That's why we're out here and we're bringing out this word to our people in the last days to let them know that all hell about to break loose in this so-called United States of America. And if you're not on the right side of the Lord, you're gonna get put to death with your oppressor. That's what we out here to tell you, whether you want to hear it or forbear it. But our people don't even consider. We don't give a damn, man. Read.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 3.
Read.
The ox knows his owner.
And the ox is a dumb animal, man. An ox is probably one of the most dumbest animals that you can see on planet Earth, man. Or the land of Earth. Because we don't even know if we on a damn spinning ball. You understand? Thus said the Lord. That's not in the Bible either. But that's not something that we're not going to get into right now. Right? So the ox knoweth his owner,
and the ass his master's crib.
And the ass is a donkey. A donkey is another dumb animal, man. The Lord said the donkey knows his father's crib. What's the only people in the world that say, I'm finna go to the crib? That's in the Bible. The Lord said he knows his father's crib. And we made in his image, right? So we must be his chosen people, right? That's minuscule. The whole Bible will tell you that. That's minuscule. But it's still sharp because it's the word of the Lord and it cuts because that's the truth. The Lord said that the donkey knows his master's crib, but what about his chosen people? Read.
But Israel,
But who?
but Israel do not know.
We don't even know. We don't know a damn thing. We know what the so-called white man taught us. We know what the white man in seminary school told us. But the Bible doesn't say anything that he taught us. It don't say a damn thing. And I know I may be rude in speech, but not through knowledge. Oppression makes a wise man angry. I'm tired of seeing my people in this low state and looking at us like we got two damn foreheads, man. Won't sit down for 2 minutes and listen to the word. Shalom says. And won't sit down for 2 minutes and listen to the word of the Lord, man. To find out who they are in these last days. That should be what the main thing you want to know in these last days is who you are. Wouldn't it be beautiful to know that you're not just some damn nigga, man? That you have your own heritage. You have your own holy days that you can keep. You can keep the Passover. You can keep these holy days and feast with your family, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. Ain't that a beautiful thing? But you don't want to hear that, though. You don't want to hear some nigga that look like you tell you this thing, but it's going to take somebody like me to tell you. Because I'm from the streets. We're from the streets. We understand what you're going through because we was a part of it. And we genuinely love you. We're not out here for no show. Read.
My people do not consider.
And my people do not consider. That's minuscule. That's minuscule to the Lord, man. The Lord said, my people do not consider. Consideration is an easy thing. It don't cost you nothing. It don't cost you nothing to consider. It don't cost you nothing to think 2 or 3 times until you get to understand. It don't cost you nothing. But the Lord said it ain't even really the fact that they're not doing it. It's the fact that they don't consider that they could be my people. That they could be chosen of the Lord. That's something small. And when I think about that, it pains me because all he wants you to do is consider his love, man. Consider that he coming back to get you. Consider that he said that you chosen people. Consider that he said come out here and teach the word. Consider that he said he's going to protect you from your enemies. Whenever 2 or 3 are gathered, the Lord is amongst us, man. Consider that. That's all he wants you to do. Read.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed.
My people are what?
My people are destroyed.
My people are what?
My people are destroyed.
For
lack of knowledge.
For a lack of knowledge. Knowledge, we're in a time where knowledge is easy to get. You got Google, you got all these different sites, but you rather go on there and watch something else. We're not going to get into that. You want to watch TikTok and follow it. But the Lord said, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. You don't want to know the truth. And that's the only thing that's going to set you free. That is the only thing that's going to set you free. We're able to do this and stand on this corner as just 2 brothers because we are free. There's no chains on us. We're free. There's no chains mentally. There's no chains on our ankle. What we're here to do is we're here to remove those chains off your brain, man. We're here to tell you that we love you, man, and that you chosen and you're a chosen people, man. We don't come out on Sunday. That's not the time to come out. Come out on Saturday. That's the Sabbath.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
So since we reject the Lord and his commandments and his knowledge,
I will also reject thee.
He gonna reject us. So that's why we in this low state, man. You know, that he's rejected us, we don't want to know. So going back, give me, matter of fact, pull Babylon, give me Zondervan, page 213 right now. Because one thing about it, the more we know, the more mightier we become to these nations. The more we wake up and we realize that we just not no blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, that we the chosen people of the North, of the Most High God, that we're Southern Kingdom, Northern Kingdom, that we're Zebulon, Issachar, Gad, okay, Benjamin, Judah. We have our own tribes, man. Can't none of y'all go to the land of black and find the land of black. You can't go to the airport, Delta, and say, well, look, I want to go to the land of black and I need a round trip. They're going to look at you like you're a fool. And they're going to talk to you peacefully, and they're going to call the officers to remove you from the airport because you bugged out. And you don't have common sense.
Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary, page 213. Ham, the youngest son of Noah.
Okay, so Ham, if anybody knows, Ham was one of the sons of Noah. He was the youngest son of Noah,
born probably about 96 years before the flood. And one of 8 persons to live through the flood.
Okay, so Ham was one of the 8, his brother, mother, and wives, and his brothers that survived the flood. If any of you believe in the Bible, that you'll know that that's what happened, right? Read.
He became the progenitor.
He became the what?
The progenitor.
He became the progenitor. The progenitor means the father of. So Ham became the father of
the dark races.
The dark races. So that's where Esau get the fact that we Hamites or we Africans, because Ham is the true name of Africa. Before it was Cush. Ham just means hot. So Ham was the true name of Africa at that time. So that's where the so-called white man gets this understanding that everybody that has dark skin is a damn African. That's not in the Bible. That's an abomination, and that's an abomination. That's a filthy lie, man. Okay, read.
Not the Negroes.
Not the what?
Not the Negroes.
So the Lord said, so the understanding is the Negroes are not Africans. Ham was the progenitor of the Africans, not the Negroes. Just because we're dark and we look alike, that does not mean we're the same people. Read.
But the Egyptians,
the
Ethiopians, the Libyans, and
the Canaanites. These are all African races. These are all Hamite races. Okay, but Ham was not the progenitor of the Negro. We come from the line of Shem. We more connected to the East Indian man than the damn Hamites, because he's a Shemite. The Asian man is a Shemite. That's where you get the Asiatic black man. You understand? We're Shemites. We're Shemitic. That's why it looks crazy when the so-called white man, the Jewish man, says that we being anti-Semitic. How the hell we gonna be anti-Semitic and we come from the line of Shem? That make no sense. We anti-Hamitic. We definitely anti-Hamitic. But we're not anti-Shemitic because we come from the line of Shem. Thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Holy Bible, man. Is anything more on that? No, that's it. All right, give me that page 84. But we're gonna go through random books and give you the understanding of how we've been lied to for over 500 years to think that we come from a people that we don't come from. We're Negroes. You will be called Israelites. Okay, the Son of Man, who the word ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, which his name is Hamashiach Yahushai, he will be considered in this day a Negro. Read that.
Temple above the altar.
Give me slip up Babylon Temple 278. Right? So we think we come from a nation that we don't come from. The Most High made 18 nations. Everybody ain't the same. You go to Africa and you tell the African man that he's an African American, he gonna spit in your damn face, man. He gonna want to slap the hell out of you, man, because he's gonna tell you that he's from Kenya. He's gonna tell you that he's from Congo. He's Libyan. He's gonna say I'm Ethiopian. I come from the line of the Egyptians. He's gonna tell you he's South African. He knows his tribe. We the only fools that come over here and call ourselves the name of two white men. We the only fools that do that. And we don't even give a damn where we from. You want to call ourselves the name of two different so-called white men. Say something.
All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. Israel. Me and the brother out here, they're trying to wake our brothers and sisters up, man. Let me try to get a precept to that. You got it. All right, come on. Yeah, let me bring that precept. The book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 11. And that knowing the time that now is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than we believe.
Right, so our salvation is nearer than when we believe. We're living in prophetic times. We're living in a time that our ancestors was waiting on. That David was looking for, Isaiah was looking for. That all these different mighty prophets was waiting on. We're blessed to live in that time when we can see the second coming of Hamashiach Yahushua. So that's why the scriptures say that it's high time. High time means it's time now. It ain't no time to be wondering who you should I come back to the Lord. If you don't come back to the Most High God in these last days, the Most High is going to get up with you. Bring that out.
From Babylon to Timbuktu, in the year 65 BC, the Roman army under General Pompey, captured Jerusalem.
Right. So the Roman armies is your so-called white man. So the brothers bringing out in history, brother Rudolph R. Windsor, who is the author of the book From Babylon to Timbuktu, he brought out the history of how the Roman armies sacked Jerusalem in around 65 and 70 AD. You understand what I'm saying? And that was after Christ. That was after the death of Christ, right? And we was run down into Africa. Read.
In 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state.
Put a what?
An end to the Jewish state.
So what? He brought an end to our estate. He brought an end to our land and how we was living. You know what I'm saying? He put an end to that. Read.
With a great slaughter.
With a great slaughter, man. These damn crackers killed a lot of us, man. The same way they killing us today, they was killing us then. In 70 AD. You understand? With great slaughter,
many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people during the period from Pompey to Julius.
Right, so the residue of the people, what does residue mean? That means it's what's left. What's left of the people. Remember, we were scattered during the diaspora. Some of us wasn't in Jerusalem at that time, but a lot of us was already in Spain. Some of us was living in Portugal, different parts of Africa, right? You understand? So we was already living down in different places. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of us got brought from these different lands back to West Africa and still brought over on cargo slave ship. Go ahead.
It has been estimated that over 1 million Jews
fled. How many Jews?
1 million Jews fled into Africa.
Right, so 1 million Jews fled into West Africa. Jerusalem is our home. We're not from Africa. We fled into Africa, running from Roman persecution, running from the so-called white man and his damn army. But you sit there and you let these so-called white people tell you your history. How can our history be only 500 to 600 years old? But the Chinese man history is well over 3,000 years old. Even the so-called white man has more history than us. The only history he has is the Caucasus Mountains. The only history the so-called white man has is the caves of Georgia, Russia. That's the only history the so-called white man has. But you want to say our history is only 500 years old? 16, 19? That don't make no sense. Every other nation history goes back further than that. And that comes from leaning on your own understanding. Understand?
Fleeing from Roman persecution.
What was we doing?
Fleeing from Roman persecution.
Fleeing Roman persecution. Read.
And slavery.
And slavery. We was fleeing from slavery. And we still got brought over here because of the might of the Lord. You think the so-called white man was strong enough to take brothers that look like me and him, or brothers, or the so-called black man, and bring us into slavery on his own? I gotta look at you on that, brother. I mean, do you really think that the so-called white man, which can't even be in the sun, can bring us into slavery when he feel like it? No, that's because we didn't keep the commandments of the Lord. Keep it Deuteronomy 28 and 15. Because the Lord, Deuteronomy 28 and 1, and then 15. Because the Lord gave us gifts and he gave us curses. He gave us a gift or a curse. Okay, choose one. Choose death or choose life. Life is the commandments. Life is wisdom. That's what the Lord gave us the option. But we took the latter.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1 and verse 1. These be the words which Moses spoke unto all Israel.
All who?
All Israel. on this side Jordan.
Right, so the commandments was given to all Israel. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Now this is what he told us what happened. Give it 28. 28.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass.
So when it says it shall come, that means it will happen. That's a prophecy. Read.
If thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Okay, so hearken means to listen. The Lord said if we will hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord, and do what?
And listen diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments.
Do some of his commandments.
All his commandments. Which I command thee this day.
Okay, so the Lord gave a commandment. That means when he commands you, that means that's a commandment. That means telling you what to do. So the Lord said if we would hearken diligently, that what
unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high.
So the Most High God said he's going to set us up on high. We're low. We're lower than every other nation that walks this earth right now. But the Lord said if we keep his commandments, he's going to set us up on high. Read.
Above all nations of the earth.
No, we're going to be equal to all nations of the earth.
Above all nations of the earth.
No, the so-called white man, everybody's going to be honky-dory. We're going to get along with each other. We're going to rub damn feet with each other, and we're going to be equal.
Above all nations on the earth.
So the Most High said he will put us above all nations. He didn't leave nobody out. Nobody's equal to us. And you can see that just in life. You can't get around that. So I'm trying to fight it. When the Most High get up with you. Now give me Deuteronomy 28 and 15.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15.
Read.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So if we don't listen, we don't do what the Lord says, we don't keep his laws, statutes, and commandments,
to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
Here we go, that word again. He commands us this day.
That all these curses.
All these what?
All these curses.
All these what?
All these curses
shall
come upon thee and overtake thee.
Right. So all these curses, when it means to come upon, that means it comes from behind. Everywhere you go, it's going to chase you down. These curses going to come upon thee
and overtake
thee. So now it has overtook you. It's on you now. Somebody throw something on you, now it's on you. You can't get it off. Certain things, certain chemicals you get thrown on you, you can't get it off once it's on you. And that's what the Lord said. These curses are going to come upon us and overtake us, which means it's going to be on us.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Right, so who's more cursed in the city than the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans? We in the city right now, and brothers groping around in noonday. Shalom, brother. And brothers not being sober. Because what happens is the so-called white man want to catch you when you're not sober. They want to catch you when you off balance. And throw you in the damn police car, beat the hell out of you, and then now you got to look for somebody to get you out. You got a question, brother? Any question, whatever you got. All right, brother, just stand back and listen. I love you, man. We out here for you. You understand?
You're an Israelite, brother. You got to repent, keep his command.
God, already know you're an Israelite. You got to come back to these commandments. You want the kingdom. Not just no regular nigga out here, man. Right? So read.
And cursed shall thou be in the field.
So we're cursed in the city, and we're also cursed in the field. Who was cursed in the field? You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You Northern Kingdom brothers, you Hispanics, y'all was cursed in the coffee fields, rice fields, and sugar fields, man. You Benjamites, sugar field, cane field. You Jakes over here, you Judah, cotton field. You Mayans, you Indians, you mining for gold and silver and diamonds, man. And they'll cut you in half trying to get a damn piece of gold this damn small, can't even see it. So we've been cursed in the field. So let me get Joel. Okay, so that was just to go into the fact that the Most High cursed us. That's how the so-called white man was able to get us over here without much trouble. The Most High put us in a docile state because had we been the way we are now, it probably wouldn't have went down like this. We would have got on their ass. Understand? Read.
This is the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 3.
Read.
And they have cast lots for my people.
Right, so these other nations, they cast lots. Casting lots is like shaking dice. Casting lots is like shaking dice, man. Or we'll give you such and such for this nigga here. We'll give you such and such for this beautiful nigga here. This woman here. These nations cast lots on us. They bet against us. They did all matter of wickedness to us. That's what the Lord is conveying in these scriptures over and over again. All these nations are not here to help you. Oh, give me that. Psalm 80. Psalm 80. These nations, these other nations, because these other nations don't give a damn, man. And then you got Jake, they roll up and look at you like something wrong with you. They won't be looking like that when the Most High God come back and put some fire up under their ass, man. They're not gonna be looking like that no more. They're gonna be looking for brothers that's out here teaching and trying to get an understanding of what's going on in these last days. Learn the lies that's been told to them by their wicked pastor, man.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse 4.
Read.
They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation.
These other nations said what?
Come, let us cut them off from being a nation.
So these other nations above us said, let us cut them off from being a nation. Read.
That the name of Israel,
that the name of black,
that the name of Israel,
that the name of nigger,
that the name of Israel,
that the name of Puerto Rican,
that the name of Israel,
that the name of Native American,
that the name of Israel,
read,
may be no more in remembrance.
So that the name of Israel would be no more in our remembrance. We wouldn't know that we are the true people of the Bible. We wouldn't know that we the Hebrews that the Bible is talking about. We're the ones that's in slavery. We the ones that was brought over on cargo slave ships. We the ones getting shot down dead in the street. We the ones that got to go to our oppressor for every damn thing. We the people. You know the folks have in the back of their window, we the people. You're not the people, we the people. We the people that the Most High is speaking about in this Bible. But your wicked pastor is not going to tell you that. Read.
And sold a girl for wine.
What did they do?
And sold a girl for wine.
So the Most High, speaking through Joel, said that the other nations sold one of our nigger gals for what?
For wine.
For damn wine, man. We wasn't even worth it for damn. You could have gave us a shot or something. You gonna give us some wine? You ain't give us no money, no silver, no gold. They sold us cheap, man. Read.
That they might drink.
So they could get drunk. They sold one of our beautiful so-called black American sisters, our Israelite sisters, for some wine so that they may do what?
So that they may drink.
So that they may drink. These niggas sold us for scrap change, man. These other and you still want to get up under the so-called white man. You still want to get up under these so-called Asian man. You want to go to the damn nail shop and get your damn nails done, and then they get up and beat your grandmama all across the damn nail shop. Got a damn dress and underwear and everything all in the damn air. Because you don't know who you are. You're serving your enemies in these last days. That said the Holy Bible. Read.
Ye, and what have ye to do with me?
So, hey, what do they got to do with us? What do these other nations have to do with us? We're not the same as nobody that's in this world. We're totally different. The way we talk, walk, eat, act, cook, everything is different. Because the Most High said that He would make us a peculiar people. What does it mean to be peculiar? Our dog, when a dog don't know what's going on, he do his head like this. It's peculiar to him what's going on. He doesn't know what's going on. That's what these other nations think about us. Right? Right?
O Tyree.
Oh, Tyree, that's the Hamites. The Tyree people are Africans, Hamites. Read.
And Zidon.
Another Hamite nation.
And all the coast of Palestine.
And the Philistines, those are Canaanites. Okay? You understand? That's another Hamitic nation. So all these Africans, the Most High getting on them right now. Read.
Will ye render me a recompense?
So the Lord said, will you give me a recompense for my people? You know what I'm saying? Will you cut me? Right. So 3, that's the number of completion. So the Most High is saying that they done struck out already. 1, 2, 3. 3 strikes you out. He's talking to these Hamitic nations. But he's going to take it up an extra number to let them know that it's over with. That means it ain't no returning. It is what it is. You got to deal with this, man. Read.
I will not turn away the punishment thereof.
Now go for 3 transgressions again. Okay.
Thus saith the Lord. For 3 transgressions of Tyrus.
So for 3 transgressions that you nasty Africans.
And for 4.
And for 4, that means you finished. It ain't no coming back from it.
I will not turn away the punishment thereof.
I will turn back the punishment thereof.
I will not turn away the punishment thereof.
The Lord said He's not going to turn away the punishment of these wicked nations for putting His damn people and selling. Wait, what's up, brother? I'm trying to listen, bro. Got a question? Okay. All right, bro. All right, man. You an Israelite, man.
Keep the commandments, bro.
Keep the commandments, man. We're going to be out here every weekend, man. Come sit down here and listen one day, bro.
I can meet you right there close to you.
No, you can hear me? All praise. All praise. So,
okay. I will not turn away the punishment thereof.
Because the Africans sold Negroes to the so-called white man. We're not Africans. Don't believe the so-called white man when he says we sold our own people. The Africans sold Israelites for wine. Sold us cheap. Like some damn creeps, man. Read.
Because they delivered up the whole captivity to Edom.
Because they delivered up the whole captivity to Edom. The biblical name for the so-called white man is Esau. Esau, Edom. He was our brother. We were separated at birth. So the Lord said that the Africans sold up the whole captivity of Edom, of Israel, to the damn Edomites. Read.
And remember not the brotherly covenant.
Right, so we never had no covenant with Esau, but we did have a universal covenant with Egypt and those nations. Okay? You know, you couldn't sleep with each other's wives. Certain things that was universal law. So we didn't keep that covenant. You understand what I'm saying? Ham is the brother of Shem. They're brothers. They didn't keep that brotherly covenant. You understand? And Esau, we did have a brotherly covenant before he done what he done. But what's gonna happen? Amos 1:11. But this is what's gonna happen after he done broke that thing. Read.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 1, verse 11.
Uh-huh.
Thus saith the Lord.
Thus saith the Holy Bible.
Thus saith the Lord.
Uh-huh.
For 3 transgressions of Edom.
So for 3 so they done already struck out. The Lord saying 3 strikes you out. They already there. But the Most High said that they advanced that thing one more. So 3 was already a number of completion, but they advanced it one more. You understand? Read.
And for 4.
And for 4 now,
I will not turn away the punishment thereof.
I will not turn away the punishment. Why he won't turn away the punishment? Huh?
Because he did pursue his brother.
Because he did what?
Pursue his brother.
He pursued his brother Jacob
with the sword.
With the sword. And the sword, back then that was the sword, but the sword today is the gun. The police officer, the shotgun, the Gallic gun, like he killed the Native Americans with that Gallic gun. You pursued your brother Jacob with the sword. You could have let that thing go a long time ago, but you ain't let it go. You still pursuing us every day with the sword. Soon as the nigga get out of his car, the police want to jump down behind him and tell him to stop resisting, and he ain't even touching nothing, just so he can shoot him down. Brother just got shot at 90 times and got hit 60. It don't take but one bullet to kill somebody. Rightly placed. So the Most High said that he's not going to return that punishment. He's not gonna say, no, it's cool. And for all you brothers that think repentance is to the so-called white man and these other nations, the Lord's saying that he's not going to return that thing. They're not getting into the kingdom. The kingdom got 12 gates, and that's for the lost tribes of the children of Israel. It's not for everybody else. Give me Ecclesiastes 12. Because one main thing that we have to understand in these last days, if you're not keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments as Israelites, especially